Hello everyone, Darren here, and on today's episode of WT Academy, we are going to look at how to play the Tier 10 German tank destroyer, the WT Auf E100. This tank is both loved and hated by players alike, with a comical joke nickname of the vehicle dubbed the Waffle. So, let's take a look at how to play the Waffle. Now, starting with the armor on the Waffle, the armor both exists and doesn't exist. Sure, the hull is an E100 chassis, but let's be honest, the thing is that no one will be aiming at the hull if they can help it. The turret is the main target, which also has next to no armor to speak of. Realistically, do not expect to bounce anything, and expect to be a primary focus if you are spotted out of position by artillery, big HE guns, or pretty much just anything in general. You will be a major target. Now, in terms of mobility, the Waffle is not that mobile. With a forward speed of 40 kilometers per hour and a reverse speed of 15 kilometers per hour, you will have no problem keeping up with other lumbering heavies, and you should be able to reasonably back out of danger if you act fast enough. As for the 15% chance of fire, this means you could potentially forgo running a fire extinguisher if you choose to do so. Now, in terms of firepower, the Waffle has two guns. Both are very good, and ultimately it is up to the user's preference which to use. Therefore, I will cover both with the 128mm stats listed on the left and the 150mm stats listed on the right on the diagram provided. Since the autoloaders have clips, each gun has a different ammo count. 4 rounds for the 128 and 3 rounds for the 150. Base accuracy is 0.29 for the 128 and 0.34 for the 150. Base reload is 48 seconds for the 128 and 40 seconds for the 150. Base aim time is 1.5 seconds for the 128 and 1.9 seconds for the 150. Both guns have the same gun depression and elevation at 5 degrees of depression and 15 degrees of elevation. This means you will struggle on ridgelines and hills, also to take into account that you have a big, massive paper turret. Now, how do you set up the Waffle? Well, in terms of consumables, for both guns, I run 30 AP, 30 APCR or premium rounds, and 0 HE because of the long reloads. And I also run a repair kit, a first aid kit, and gasoline because I want to boost the speed and turret rotation. But you can drop the gas for food or a fire extinguisher if you wish to use either of them. For equipment, I run an advanced gun lane drive, advanced optics, and a camouflage net to improve the vision and camo of the Waffle. Of course, you can use other equipment if you wish, but there really isn't much in the way of options for you. For the commander setup, I use the following skills in no particular order: Born Leader, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Sixth Sense, Armor Angling, Situational Awareness, Camouflage Expertise, Muffled Shot, and Marked Target. Of course, you can set up the commander to suit your preferences or what you feel you deem more important. Now, how do you play the Waffle? Well, this is where it's a bit tricky. You are an opportunistic front and second line fighter. Really, I found this vehicle to be one of the few 10s I have to be really cautious in. The vehicle can be on either the front or second line, but you must wait till the opportunity arises to empty your clip with minimal risk to yourself. This is because of your reputation as a very deadly, devastating vehicle that you become a prime focus every time you stick your neck out to do damage. Simply rolling out in front of enemies, clipping one out, and subsequently dying is not how you play this tank. Your priority in this vehicle is your survival. If you can get away with damage early and mid-game, good, But if you're not as familiar with the vehicle, you should conserve as much hit points as possible and wait till late in the game where your HP and devastating gun will be a big advantage to you. That's it for how to set up and play the Waffle. Let's take a look at some gameplay. So here we are on Mountain Pass. Forgive me, I had started the recording late, small technical issue at the beginning. So started on the northern spawn, and I'm going to go around the corner to be already safe because I am a very, very big, juicy target for artillery. So I'm going to go around on the southwestern corner of the map because that big mountain helps keep me already safe. And I don't know how big of a brawling situation is going to be there. So I am able to, weirdly enough, I'm able to remain unspotted and put 2 good shots into the 57 Heavy. Yes, a bit of a spoiler alert. My entire clip, I fire all 3 clip. I have the bat chat saying hi to me right there, just off the scope lens. And the second shot's going to be nothing but a critical, and then the third shot is going to be another damaging shot. This entire time, I remained unspotted. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, but honestly, in my opinion, that should not have happened where I remained unspotted. I guess the camo things were working. Skills, equipment, all that jazz. So, I'm not going to hang around there. I'm not. The longer I'm sitting there, the greater chance I am of getting spotted or splashed because someone else is spotted, and that would still be devastating to me. So, again, I'm using the 15 centimeter gun in this replay. Throughout this throughout this video, I have stated that both guns are potent, both guns are devastating. It's really up to the user's preference whether they want the 128 centimeter or the 150 centimeter gun. So I put 1 shot into that vehicle. Unfortunately, that shot didn't actually go into the vehicle. I don't even know where it went. So, but I'm not going to hang around again because, again, I'm lit. So I'm going to go to some safety here, and I'm going to put the rest of my clip into this 140, pretty much punishing him for trying to focus on something else and not being aware that he's exposing himself. Now I'm reloading. As you can see, I'm on the front line, but I'm also technically not on the front line. I am behind the front line, again, while still on the front line. Very confusing, I know. I'm reloading, and why I'm not rushing out there is because the moment I stay with them, I become public enemy number 1. Numbers that don't matter when you are in this vehicle because it just becomes you out there when you are spotted and in front of other vehicles. It doesn't matter about the other ones shooting you. You become the primary target simply because of your reputation and also because of the fact that you are the easiest to pen with that turret. I put all 3 shots into the 704. First one bounced, shocked me. I had no idea. But I was able to put the other 2 in and subsequently destroy it. As you can see, very bad mobility in terms of this vehicle. I had to make a multiple point turn simply because I hit a teammate trying to actually turn and get off the cliff. Not a whole lot of good mobility with this. Reloading again, not much really to talk about. There is a common misconception though with this vehicle that, it's the average lifespan is 1 reload. So I've already kind of proven here that as long as you have an idea of what you're doing, you can survive longer than you passed your first reload. Put some shots there into the Death Star, also taking care of the Death Star. Auto aiming doesn't always work, as you just saw right there. Even from point blank, I bounced a shot, didn't really work. As you can see here, paper target, primary target number 1. As you can see, the Centurion is focusing me because I'm easier to deal with than the teammates of mine right in front of him. So, almost done reloading here. I have the health to deal with the T-30, and so I am just going to roll up, and I'm going to clip him out. Oh, you're dead with 1 shot. That leaves 2 to go. Now it becomes an artillery hunt. I'm hoping that I get lucky and have both artillery up here in front of me. Sad to say, spoiler alert, it's not like that. But as you can see, I've had a pretty good game, at least for me in this vehicle, of almost 6k damage right now so far. And as you can see here, the other artillery was spotted and destroyed. So now I'm hoping that the other arty, I will be able to either catch him up on this hill, or maybe he's, asleep or something still here at base. So as you can see, I was about ready to head up the hill, but I spotted the arty, and not wasting any time, because I know that that would probably kill me, I put a shot into the T-92, taking care of him, bringing my total damage up to, I believe, 6.5k combined, with, 6k raw. But not a bad game for me. I got the high caliber and a class 1 badge, and overall I think a very, very good demonstration of how to play the Waffle. And that concludes today's video on how to play the Waffle. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. But until next time, this has been Darren of WT Academy.